Yeah, I mean, Indiana Jones is right there at the story of archaeology, or the heart of the idea that we have of the archaeologist, and yet most modern archaeologists have an absolute love-hate relationship with Indiana Jones. Like yourself, like me, they were inspired by the character to get into the field, and then, of course, the more you get into the field, the more you realise that Indiana Jones as a character is the worst possible kind of archaeologist, not least because he destroys every archaeological site he walks into. And of course, the films, are very much set in a particular period of time, in the 40s, 50s, 60s, when the idea that something should be grabbed and taken back to a museum in America, in his case, was absolutely accepted and to a certain extent considered the only alternative. Again, attitudes that we would completely shy away from now. So he is a place of his time, and indeed of Hollywood fiction. But he has his origins as a character in the real stories of discovery of the past. So as far as we can work out, and this is the sort of fairly well acknowledged, that Hiram Bingham III, the discoverer of Machu Picchu, when he published his final book in 1948 on the story of Machu Picchu and his discovery of it, that ignited a whole public interest in this world of the Incas in South America. And that was picked up by Hollywood very, very quickly, so that in the early 1950s, there was actually a Hollywood film called Secrets of the Inca, which starred Charlton Heston. And the character that Charlton Heston played in this film was of an explorer, and he was wearing a brown leather jacket, a white shirt, a fedora hat, and khaki trousers. And it has been acknowledged that the inspiration for the character of Indiana Jones comes from that Charlton Heston figure in that film, The Secret of the Inca, came out in 1953, with the first Indiana Jones film coming out in 1981, just under 3 decades later. So there is a link back, if you like, from Indiana Jones back into the story of real discovery and real archaeology, although we have to understand that he is a complete fictional character, and as far distant from what we would want a modern archaeologist to be as is possible. But at the same time, I find it extraordinary that even in the 21st century, we still can't quite lose that love affair with Indiana Jones. So in 2008, when the last installment of the Indiana Jones franchise came out, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I think it was called, Harrison Ford, the actor, was actually elected to the board of the Archaeological Institute of America. So he was given honorary membership, on the governing board of the main institute of all professional archaeologists in America, as a recognition of the actor's status as an archaeologist through this character that he had played, and was then given an award for services, if you like, to the public, engaging the public in the story of archaeology. So we absolutely, clearly, even in the 21st century, still want Indiana Jones to be part of the story of archaeology. But I think as long as that comes with an understanding of quite how much Indiana Jones as a character is the antithesis of what we think and understand and want archaeology to be in the 21st century, then that love affair can continue. But as long as we understand the limitations of it.